Leo Gameland 2 is coming soon because Leo Gameland got deleted.
Yeah, I think Google made a decision to get rid of some of the younger YouTuber accounts, and Leo really likes doing his game videos, so we're going to get something back going for him. This is part 2 of our knife and axe video. We got cut off short there on the last one. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I ran out of video on the last one, and we don't do edits here or fancy intros or anything on this channel other than information. So I hope you guys appreciate that. We're not trying to be flashy and stuff with our videos, and unfortunately though, it's because we don't have any editing skills. Really, Leo's learning.
Well, we do. We have slideshows and stuff.
That's right. Leo can do slideshows and stuff, but I can't do anything. So I'm going to leave it up to you, Leo. In the future, you're going to learn how to do all the stuff. Anyway, guys, so back to our discussion. I was getting a little bit long-winded about a Grand Force Brooks axe that I had here. But just to go back and explain a little bit, we went through the knife collection I have. I don't find much of a use for survival knives, woods knives, whatever you want to call them. They're not very practical, is my opinion, to have in our forests here in eastern Canada, just because of the limited amount of work they can actually do. And when you get into axes, I'll just go from small to large maybe today. This is Leo's little hatchet that you see sometimes on the videos he's limbing with. It's got nice retention down here for his hands, so nothing can slide, it won't slide out of his hands. And it's just a short, lightweight little thing. But I would put this little hatchet up against any knife here on the table, including these large ones over here, in terms of ability to actually hack through something or split some wood. So if I had to cut through a piece like this, say this is a little piece of maple, I can't see with that diameter anything smaller than that really even being worthwhile trying to baton through, as in to split, okay? And if I had to cut that first off of a limb or a tree, and I had to do that with any of these knives, man, I'd be here a long time. And so I don't quite understand how these guys on the videos show these survival knives batoning down through wood like this by coming in the top and then you hammer down through. Sure, it can do it, but how's it even going to get cut in half? What's that, buddy?
Yeah, one sec, guys. I just need to pause the video. Sorry, guys. Somebody called there.
Yeah, I had an incoming call. So anyways, in order to get a piece even wide enough to be worthwhile batoning down through, it has to be cut. You could cut that with a bow saw, and there's some awesome packable bow saws and stuff that we'll review on another video, which definitely would get the job done. And then you could, I guess, use a knife like this to go and split this thing in two. But if you had to actually cut this with one of these knives, man, you're going to be hard-pressed to do any amount of firewood production out in the woods, and especially in a situation where you needed to and to stay warm. Something like this here, even a simple little hatchet, could knock through that piece pretty quickly. I won't say it would be very efficient, but it would get down through it, and then it would split it fairly efficiently. And if I had to carry, therefore, this here over something like this in the woods, they actually weigh a comparable amount. And I think the small hatchet would be a far more practical tool. Then as you go up in size with your axes, obviously, you get more and more utility out of them. Something like this, the blade and the sharpness and everything isn't very good on that for practical tasks, but for limbing and stuff like that,
it's really lightweight.
It wouldn't be too bad. It's very lightweight for carrying in the trail. That's right, Leo?
Because I've had it before in my hands.
Yeah, so that's another good choice. If you're just out hiking or something like that, you could carry this tomahawk, and it really wouldn't weigh, again, any much more than some of these bigger knives over here, and I think it would do a better job. When you get up into this size of an axe, the Grand Force Brooks Scandinavian Forest Axe, this is called, now you're getting into a pretty practical woods tool. And I use this to take down trees of that kind of size. I can, knock limbs off or, cut them in two with with this type of an axe. And for limbing trees and stuff like that, this is a great size axe to have. I wouldn't go much smaller than that though, as somebody who's doing serious work.
We're gonna get to the blue one later on in the video.
Yeah, you mean this one?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is getting into the size axe that I use mostly. It's good enough for felling small trees. It gives you enough of a handle and stuff to get a really good swing, and it's just a big enough axe head and whatever that it works well. And also these Fiskars axe, they take a lot of abuse and they don't cost a lot of money. So I think these are a great axe for small scale felling. And then if I had to fell larger trees, we're gonna have to get into something like this here. That's an axe head of an old Grand Force Brooks, sort of tomahawk style. It was used actually in Brazil, I think, in South America, in the forest down there, and it was so that they could just show up on a job site and carve up some kind of a handle to put on this. Now, we did a handle one time for this one, Leo, and I don't know if you remember, but I think on film the handle failed. So the head come off the thing. Anyway, so I got to go back to square one with my axe making handle making and try to get something else fitted on that axe head. But if I wanted to cut large trees down, this would be an awesome tool. And so again, the utility.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
The giant.
The utility of these axe heads over these knives can't be understated. They're far better tool to carry with you.
My favorite's actually the second one, the lightweight one. I like that.
Which one is this here, the tomahawk?
Yes,
yeah,
I like that.
Those are pretty cool for sure. So that's about it, guys. I just want to again stress that there's a lot of channels out there who want to try to sell you fancy knives for survival purposes. And if you live in any kind of a forested region like we do here in Eastern Canada, I would tell you try instead to carry a small hatchet with you. You'll get a lot more utility out of a small hatchet than you will out of any of these knives on the table here. Thanks for watching.
Yep, bye guys. And we set up an I Spy thing, if you could find it. Try to. I'm guessing for 11 likes today.
Okay,
bye
it's
guys.
the farmer. You gotta find the farmer. All right.